Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Today, the question or the topic is, marriage is hard, but divorce, it's easy and it makes women happy? Well, why do they do it? Here I have a clip for you guys, and in this clip it's a woman telling us how life is after her divorce. Now, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Comment your thoughts under this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into it. Wait, my name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So here we go.
I should have stayed. It wasn't that bad. Like, you made it 23 years. You made 26 years total. Your kids are like college and one's almost out of high school. Like, you made it. You made it. Like, it didn't matter at this point. They can do their own separate life and all that. You made it to the point where you guys were making so much money and you had big houses and you could do whatever you want and you can relax. Like, I'm terrified. I don't have 401k. My counsel did not have my back. And there's just timelines that you can't stop. And so it is what it is. And, you know, I'm 47 years old. It's not like I'm 25. I'm healthy, kinda. I have an autoimmune disease, which means it's life-threatening for the rest of my life. You know, things.
Whoa. Wait a minute. She says she has an autoimmune disease. I didn't go to medical school, so let's see what that means. What is an autoimmune disease? A disease in which the body's immune system attacks healthy cells. Okay, so that basically means that the body is turning on itself. If the body is turning on itself, that basically means her last day or her last time could be right now. Let's continue.
Can change, but it's not like I'm an invalid and can't do anything for myself. But it is terrifying. Like, I could have stayed. I'm so mad that I think this way. I could have stayed. My life would have been so much easier. I should have stayed. It wasn't that bad. Like,
wow, she said it wasn't that bad. You know what? When I think about this, I'm like, you know what? I was married before, so I can tell you I strongly disagree. When you're going through a marriage is hard because of all the things you have to deal with.
Care you? What am I here for? We just got back.
Reading her mind, guessing what type of food she wants to eat every single night. That will make you want to pull your hair out, because in the beginning things are kind of sort of easy, right? Where you get to choose, you know what I'm saying? You get to be the man and choose what you guys are gonna eat. But over time, trying to figure out what you want to eat is going to be annoying. On top of that, what I see women do is complain and spend money, nag and spend money. I mean, ordering Amazon every single day while complaining. Now, the thing that gets left out is the sex, is the intimacy. The reason why the man got married in the first place is because he thought this was going to be amazing, constant, and consistent sex. That's the dream that's usually sold. So when she talked about it not being that bad, I'm saying, well, who wasn't it bad for? Because I'm sure that man is probably happy. Now, I will say this: when it comes to men tend to be loyal to the woman that they're married to, tend to be loyal to the woman that they're committed to. Again, I'm talking about responsible men who have their things together and understand priorities. What priorities are: keeping the first things first. Now, of course, there are some men who don't give a damn about that woman, but I'll say this is a 50-year-old woman. I know she said she was 47, but here I'm gonna go ahead and round that up for her. What did she think was out here for her? Who was she listening to? Fellas, it's important to know who your wife or who the woman that you're interested in is actually influenced by. You want to know who she's influenced by and who she's listening to and who she can be checked by, because eventually you're going to need some help with her. Eventually she's going to go off into the deep end and you're going to need somebody to reel her in. Now the question is, are they on your side, meaning are they for marriage or are they against marriage? When I hear or see women listening to advice, they're usually listening to the type of advice that will keep them single, or they will listen to advice where they're going to divorce their husbands. This is not the first time I've seen a 50-year-old woman regret getting a divorce. Now, I usually ask, is the woman aging gracefully or is she bitter? When I look at this woman, I say, damn, she looks like she is well maintained. For her to be 50 years old, she looks like she has a full head of hair that is not thinning or gray. That means her upkeep has been upkept. And I'm telling you, that is an expensive just by itself. Because when women lose their beauty, they lose their confidence as well. The other downside to getting older is you tend to become more unhealthy. Now, you really have to exercise and you really have to watch what you eat. Mainly, you have to start cutting things out of your diet, assuming that you want to live. She talked about the beautiful life that she had, meaning she was making a lot of money, she was buying whatever she wanted, and damn near going wherever she wanted to. This is a woman's dream, and she gave it up. Why? Because she got tired of the guy. I often say the hardest thing about marriage is literally dealing with everything that life is going to continuously throw at you. The arguments are going to happen a lot more because the more time you spend with someone, the more time you get annoyed with them. I can tell you, just as this wife or now ex-wife was annoyed with her ex-husband, this husband was annoyed with her. I can guarantee it. Question: what was the real problem with her or in this relationship? Did she really want to be out here in the streets? Does she realize that she could not upgrade from her husband? Does she see what the dating pool actually looks like? And here's an even more important question for the guys that she's interested in. Do they not even see her? Meaning, is she invisible to those guys? Because more than likely she is. And she is for the reasons that she described. Health issues, nagging, complaining, that guy not being able to do things right. Think about it. She continuously said it wasn't that bad. So if she's telling you that, if she's telling me that, she's trying to convince herself. Now, the reason she's trying to convince herself was because that was true. It wasn't that bad, but she made it that bad. How do I know? Because I've been married and I can hear it in how she's speaking. Think about it. If someone's constantly telling themselves it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that bad, they put somebody through hell. Also makes me wonder, who was she listening to? Was she listening to single, miserable women on social media? Or in her own personal life, was she listening to a woman who actually wanted her man? Because women are sneaky and really manipulative. They will get over on the women that they claim to be friends with. Again, I've heard this a lot. Oh my gosh, I was pregnant and my best friend was having sex with my baby daddy while I was in the hospital having the baby, and then they just kept messing around until I caught him, or until he told, or until she told me. And I'll be like, damn, I've heard that story so many times. I'm just like, why do women not understand that they're in competition for the best man? If you're having his baby, that woman wants to know why you're having his baby, because she might want to have his baby too. Fellas, this is why it is important that you focus on what you need to do. The only thing you really can control is yourself. So get your mind together, your body, and your finances. It's highly important. For this reason we just saw right here. This woman ended a 23-year marriage because she wasn't happy, and in her mind it was just bad, it was just horrible, right? This is something that happens way more than you know. way more than you realize, because women, they live life through their emotions. So we constantly hear women say they emotionally left the relationship. Now, when they emotionally leave a relationship, this is when they start to cheat, or at least this is what I've come across. I've had to have more conversation and more questions for a woman who tells me that, like, okay, do y'all live together? Oh, okay, when did this ending actually happen? Does he know that this relationship is over? The reason why you have to ask those questions is because if you don't, then you will not know. And this is one of those things that led to me saying, you know what, I'm not going to your house. I'm not going to where you are. You have to come to me, because if your life is in shambles, why would I want to go to your life when my life is not? Fellas, adapt to what's going on, because this is what's going on in dating and in marriages. Most men, most content creators, I don't really hear them say, leave your marriage, divorce your wives. I don't really hear men say that, but I do hear women tell other women to leave their relationships, leave their husbands. Oh my gosh, if he walks funny, if he farts, if he chews with his mouth open, if he takes long showers or short showers, if he combs his hair, if his hair falls out. Listen, for a 50-year-old woman, again, it ain't thinning, it ain't short. Most 50-year-old women, they start to cut that hair, right? It's about right here, right? It's like no longer even touching their shoulders. But I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Do you think that divorce makes women happy, or do you think that it makes them miserable? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video was done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.